Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. Now, today's story is kind of a sad one, kind of a crazy one, kind of just an all around ridiculous one. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, there's really no other way to intro this other than that, so I hope you enjoy it. Leave a like on the video if you do, and let's jump into it. Now, today's story time all takes place April 2nd, 2016. I usually don't have the exact date, but I was going through my Snap memories today, and it reminded me of this story because I had a memory from the exact day. And I'm going to tell you about it. So, today's story time, like I said, takes place back in April 2016. I was on my phone in the morning, just laying in bed, had just woken up. And I remember on this day, I was very excited because it was my best friend's birthday. It was my best friend at the time. We'll just call him Tyler. It was Tyler's birthday. I was really excited because Tyler was throwing a huge birthday party at his house. His parents were letting him throw a whole party. They were going to be out of town for the night too, which was cool because we'd just have the house to ourselves. And everything was looking up to be awesome, right? Well, fast forward to later that night, I was at the store grabbing Tyler's gift because I'm a last minute piece of shit planner. So I was at the store buying his birthday gift really late, and I'm just there looking for a gift for him, and Tyler texted me. He's like, yo man, get here at like 8:30. I'm like, okay, sounds good. So fast forward, I get him a gift. I got him two really cool t-shirts from two bands that he liked. I also got a credit card, like gift card thing, like a $50 debit card thing that you could use at any store. And I wrapped it up really quick in the parking lot, drove to Tyler's house, got there, went inside. I was one of the first people at the party, so really nobody was there yet besides me, Tyler, and a few friends. And about an hour after getting there, a lot more people started showing up, and it started to become like an actual party. And everything was just going great. Everything was awesome. Like, everyone was having a good time. There was a lot of people from our school there, a lot of people just from around the town that we knew. Things were awesome, right? Now, I forgot to mention this, but Tyler's girlfriend was there. Tyler had been dating this girl for about 2 years, so it was a pretty serious relationship for a teenage relationship, I think. And they were, like, very in love with each other, or so I thought. And things were going really good with them, so I thought. And yeah, she was there. She was one of the first people there as well. Forgot to mention that. But yeah, fast forward like 2 or 3 hours into the party. A lot of people are there. A lot of people are kind of fucked up. People are having fun, playing some beer pong. I was just chilling by the fire like I usually do. Usually there's bonfires going on, and I'm kind of just there chilling with my friends. And yeah, things were going great. So I'm sitting by the bonfire, like I said, a few hours into this party, and Tyler walks up next to me, and he sits down. And he's like, yo, man, you having a good time? I was like, yeah, dude, are you having a good time? He's like, fuck yeah, man, it's one of the best birthdays I've ever fucking had. And I was like, hell yeah, dude, love to hear that. You ready for your gift? He's like, you got me a gift? I was like, fuck yeah, dude. He's like, bro, you're one of the only people that brought something. I was like, bro, you can't not have a gift at your party. So I went and I grabbed his gift, brought it back to the bonfire, gave it to him. He opened it. Dude was all happy. He gave me a big hug. It was really wholesome. Love that dude. But anyway, after I gave him the gift, he sits down back at the fire with me. And we're just sitting there, just chilling, talking. And he's like, shit, man, I'm out of my drink. I'm really thirsty. And I was like, bro, it's your birthday. Let me get you a drink. I was like, what do you want? He's like, can you just give me a Bud Light? I was like, sure, dude. So I got up, I walked over to the cooler, opened it up, and what do you know? There's no Bud Light left. There's no other beer in there. It's just water and soda. So I go back over to him. I'm like, yo, there's no beer left. Is there anywhere else we might have some? He's like, yeah, man, it's in the kitchen, in the fridge. If it's not in there, check the basement fridge. I was like, okay. So I go into his house, I check the kitchen fridge, nothing in there. So I start going down to the basement, right? Because he had a whole other fridge and a freezer down there where he would keep food and drinks, kind of like in storage, right? So yeah, I open the basement door and I start heading down there. And I realize pretty quickly as I'm going down the stairs that the basement light is on, which is kind of odd because usually the basement light would be turned off, but it was on, which is kind of weird. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Someone probably just left it on when they came down here earlier in the night. No big deal. But then as I'm going down the stairs, I can start to hear like giggling and voices and like a girl and a guy laughing. And I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, please don't let me turn this corner and see two people smashing on his couch or something, because I don't want to see that right now. Because the way his basement stairs were set up, you had to go down the stairs and then you had to take a left, and there was like a main little like downstairs chill room with like a couch and like a recliner and a TV and his Xbox. And then in the back rooms where like the freezer and the fridge was. So like I didn't want to turn that corner and see like a couple hooking up or something in his basement. But unfortunately, I did. I went down the basement stairs, I took the left turn, and I see two people on the couch just going at it, hooking up, and they literally don't even notice me. They're too busy making out with each other that they can't even see me or hear me, and I can't even see their faces because they're just, making out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to turn around and go back upstairs because, like, I don't want to get in the way of whatever they got going on. This is kind of weird. So I turn around and I start heading back upstairs. And as I'm going upstairs, I can hear the girl's voice in the basement go, "Who's there?" And it sounded really familiar. Like, it sounded like somebody I knew. It kind of sounded like Tyler's girlfriend. And I was like, no, like, I'm tripping. So I just keep going upstairs, right? I ignore her. I just keep going. And she goes, "Hello, Tyler?" And I'm like, oh, no way. No way was that Tyler's girlfriend. So I turn around. I go back downstairs. I turn the corner. This time, they're not making out with each other. They're wrapped up in the blanket, like, just like waiting to see who it is. And they see me, and his girlfriend's mouth immediately just drops. And she's like, "Austin." And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she was like, "I had no idea it was you. I thought it was Tyler, like somebody else." And I was like, "Nope, it's me. Probably a good thing it wasn't Tyler, because he'd probably beat up your new friend. Speaking of which, who is your new friend? I'd love to meet him." And she's like, "Austin, please don't tell Tyler. Like, I will tell him myself. Just please don't be the one to tell him." And I was like, "You are cheating on my best friend at his literal birthday party. I don't think it gets any more evil than what you're doing right now." And she was like, "Austin, I know. I'm like so sorry. Like, I just smoked too much weed. I got too high. My judgment wasn't good and I made a mistake." And I was like, I don't know about you, but when I smoke weed, I don't go out and fuck the first person I see. So that's not really a good excuse." And she was like, "No, like seriously, I mean it." And I'm like, "It's fine. You can do you. I'll let you guys finish your thing. But I'm going to go upstairs and go tell my best friend that you're cheating on him because that's what friends do." So I turned around, ran upstairs. She chased after me and tried to stop me a couple times. She was like grabbing my arm and being like, "Austin, don't." And I was like, "Get off me. You are a bad girlfriend. Not my fault. So go away." And she listened. She turned around. She went back downstairs with her new boyfriend number 2 or whatever. And I went outside of the bonfire and I walked up to the chair that I was sitting in. And Tyler was right there. Sat down next to him. He's like, "Yo, man, you get the Bud Light?" I was like, "Nah, man. I have to tell you something." And he's like, "What is it?" And I was like, "It's about your girl, dude." He's like, "What, is she okay? Like, is she hurt?" And that was the first thing he said. Like, this dude was such a good guy that the first thing he said was, "Is she hurt? Like, does she need help?" And I was like, "No, man. I just went downstairs to get your drink. And she was hooking up with some guy. I don't know who it was. No idea. Never seen him before. But she was hooking up with him." And Tyler's reaction was nothing like I expected. I thought he was going to lose his fucking mind. I thought he was about to go downstairs and beat this dude's ass. He looks at me in the eyes and he goes, "Really? She was cheating on me?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." He goes, "Damn, that fucking hurts." I was like, "I know, man. I'm sorry." He's like, "Yeah, it's okay. I'm young. I'll find someone else." And like, this dude was the type of dude to like lash out and get really angry if he heard news like this. I don't know if it was because he was like a little drunk or if it's because he was a little high or just maybe he was having such a great birthday he didn't care. But he was like, "Yeah, whatever, man. Like, it's whatever. We weren't doing that good in our relationship anyway." And I was like, "Oh, well, I mean, hey, man, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you have kind of a positive outlook on it." He's like, "Fuck yeah, man. It's my day. Like, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to let someone ruin it." And I was like, "Hell yeah, that's the spirit." And one of my other friends who was sitting by us was like, "Yo, you may not be upset, bro, but they're leaving. I'm not letting them stay at your house doing this." And he looks at me and he's like, "Austin, where are they at?" I was like, "They're in the basement." So our friend Kyle gets up, walks down to the basement, and proceeds to kick both of them out of the party. He goes down there, escorts them back upstairs, then escorts them out the front door, and made them go home. Luckily, she lived like right across the street, so she didn't have to like drive or anything. So he literally just basically like walked her out the front door and watched her walk home, and that was the end of it. Oh, and also, she brought the guy with her home. So yeah, Tyler's girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend, was clearly not a very good girlfriend. So after that, our friend Kyle came back to the bonfire, told us how he kicked them out and how like now we can just enjoy the night without them being there. And we did. We had an amazing rest of the party. Things went really good. Now the next morning wasn't so good. I woke up at Tyler's house. Tyler was up cooking breakfast. He looked really depressed, hungover. I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey man, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, man, it stings a little bit more today, I can't lie. Definitely in a lot more pain, a little bit more heartbreak. But you know what? Overall, I'm not doing too bad." And I was like, "All right, man, let me know if you need anything, for real." He's like, "Thank you, bro. Thanks for looking out." And yeah, me and Tyler just hung out that whole next day, kind of just like kicked it, kind of unwinded from the craziness that was the party the night before. And within a month or two, Tyler was doing a lot better. He wasn't sad about her anymore. He found someone else that was a lot better for him. And needless to say, things worked out in the end. I remember on this day, me and Tyler were getting Taco Bell after the party, like the next day, and it was for lunch. We were like in the line at the drive-thru waiting for lunch, and I took a Snapchat of Tyler in the driver's seat of his car ordering Taco Bell, and I captioned it, and the caption was like, "What better way to cure a heartbreak than a beefy 5-layer burrito?" And he thought it was really funny, so I put it on my story, and that was the memory I saw today. And I was like, hey, I haven't told that story yet. So here we are. And that's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.